Welcome to Thelma Podcast's Life Story channel. In this episode we meet Robert Hume Patterson, who was brought up in Portobello in the 1920s and 30s. He was the youngest of 4 children, and they lived at number 4 Bridge Street with their mother and father. We hear how he nearly drowned at the age of 3, only being saved as he was wearing his wee red coat, and how he continued to be accident prone. He and his friends had a lot of freedom, and they explored their area from the marine gardens to Joppa and Musselburgh. After leaving school at the age of 14, he had various jobs before joining the army, and it's whilst he's in the army that there's another accident involving a milk wagon when he ends up in hospital yet again. Sit back and enjoy.
Playing with my friend on the brae at Pipe Street. These braes were for the horse and carts going down and getting the sand for the bottle works. Oh. Now, when I was 3-year-old, it was in the winter time, and my mother and my friend's mother were sitting further back in a seat, Ken. And we were running down the brae, and we used to run. When the way big waves come up, we used to run back for it. But one at a time, this is what hearsay my mother told me. What happened was I fell into the water. I had a wee red coat on, and that wee red coat kept me afloat. And I floated out to near where the beacon, not at the beacons, but level with the beacons of the power station. Now, there were 2 men working in the Helter Skelter. Now, these 2 men working in the Helter Skelter was painting it and that for the summer coming in. So what happened was that when they seen me in the water, the 2 of them jumped down and they dived into the thing. One hurt his head on a rock or something, as far as I know, but the other one swam me and he brought me in. Now, I was only 3 years of age, so when they brought me in, there was a place on the promenade with a shop in it, and it used to be the showground shop, and you used to go for the promenade right through to the showground, get it over. But as it happened, that was closed. Well, they took me in there, and luck could be it, 2 nurses were passing along the promenade. And the nurses come rushing in, and they started to give me some exercise. But the lady in the shop phoned the ambulance. Now the ambulance come and lifted me, and I took me to the Royal Infirmary. Now, I don't know what happened, but the mother said that the doctor come to her, and she said, "I don't think he'll last the night." Now that's the word that my mother told me. The doctor said, "Don't think he'll last the night," he says, "but we're working on him." So they worked on me, and the next about the early morning, my mother said, the doctor come back and he said he's breathing just a little. I don't give up any hope for him, but he is breathing. So my mother said, well, they said to my mother, you can stay. So they gave my mother a wee place to stay, and she stayed. And over the night, the doctor was coming back for it. He was a great doctor. Mm-hmm. He'd come back for it, and he gave my mother, he said, he's still breathing, So early morning, he said he's breathing a bit better. Okay? So after that, the doctor said, I think he should be, maybe going to survive, he said. I think you should, if you want to go home. She said, no, I'll stay. So he stayed for 2 days. And the 2 days that I was there, I was breathing a bit better. And he said, he was out of the danger. So he says to mother, you can go home if you like. So my mother says, well, I'll go home and now. Because she come in and she seen me, and I was lying there, and she said you were sort of frisky.
Oh, right.
Yeah? So she took me, she went away home and come back. I was in the hospital for about 5 or 6 weeks, I think.
That long?
Aye. For to make sure, I was only 3, you know.
Yeah.
Make sure, and if it hadn't been for this wee red coat, I would have went down. It was that kept me afloat. Well, that was one instance.
That was 97 years ago.
97 years ago.
Good grief.
97 years ago. And my mother kept saying to me now, you stay away from water. But the funny thing is, there used to be a group of boys I come from Bridge Street. Number 4 Bridge Street, and it was a single head, and there were 4 of us, 2 girls, 2 boys. I was the youngest, and then my sister, our young sister was next, and then my brother, he was next, and my sister. Now my sister was the oldest. Now she died when she was over 100, over 104 months or 5. I can tell you the history about it if you want to hear.
Please go ahead, yeah.
Well, what happened, she fell out of bed. She was in a home at the west end of Edinburgh.
Oh.
And she was, she stood away for herself, like, and all the rest of it. Fell out of bed and cut her leg.
Oh.
When she cut her leg, she didn't tell anybody and it went poison.
Oh.
Now, what happened when it went poison? It went to blood poison. That's what killed her.
Oh.
Otherwise, she might have been here today.
Yeah.
Because she could walk better than me. She could see. She was over 104 months or 5 months.
My goodness.
Anyway, cut a long story short. After that incident with me, I went to Portobello Secondary School, right? I went to Portobello, it was a Portobello secondary and a primary.
Right.
Now, when I was in the school at Portobello Primary, at a certain time they said they changed the Portobello primary secondary out and had to go to the higher grade school.
Right. So this was Towerbank School, was it?
Aye.
Yeah.
Now, in between all that, this is what happened. I used to go with the boys to the Marine Garden,
Yeah.
and there was a big pool there in the Marine Garden. And the Marine Gardens had 2 big sand, and you had rafts. And believe it or not, I fell in.
You and Walter.
But what happened is that my brother and his pal were on the raft with me. They jumped in, shoved me back off onto the raft. I'd be about 7 or 6 or 7
right.
at that time.
You were determined to be in the water, weren't you?
Now, that was one of the things. The other thing was that when I was about 7, I think we were in a place called I think it was where they used to do the tennis. They were playing tennis and that. And then it was a garden. Now this is what I'm telling you. There was a wee patch of green grass. And we used to just kick a wee ball. Not a football, but a wee ball back and forth. The wee ball went into a bunch of flowers. But round the bunch of flowers, you don't believe it, came what I had round the car.
Not water.
Bad wire.
Ooh.
Bad wire. That's true. What happened? The ball went into the bad wire. I got over the bad wire. I went to get the ball. I got over the bad wire. About 7 or 8 years. But coming out, my leg got ripped. And there it's there.
Good God. Oh my God, that was quite bad, wasn't it?
Ripped it. Now my leg got ripped.
Yeah.
And the people that were sitting in the farms there,
Yeah.
and it's just a small garden, the rest was the tennis.
Yeah.
They took me to the doctor in Brighton Place, which was just along the road from me.
Yeah.
Okay? And he sat me on my knee, and he looked at it, and he sat me on his knee, and he stitched it.
My, just like that.
He did that, stitch that. That's a long, long time now.
Yeah.
He stitched it, and as he stitched it, before the police come, and the police went and got my mother.
Right.
My mother come and came, and she got she got a load of a wee go-car.
Yeah.
I was in that go-car for about 5 or 6 weeks.
What were you like?
So I see, in my young days, I was quite a wee bit. I didn't do
wild,
anything
were you?
criminal,
Yeah.
but I fell in the water two or twice before,
And then did your leg in?
and I got this.
You see, not many people remember marine gardens. Tell us a bit about marine gardens.
The marine gardens weren't built. It wasn't built then.
Right.
The marine gardens was used to be a big garden with a great big pool
Right.
of water,
Right.
and that's all it was.
Yeah.
And at the far end used to be the dog and cat home, and that's still there.
Was that there back then as well?
Aye,
Good grief.
that's still there.
Yeah.
So what happened was that when they were building the marine gardens, they built marine gardens for roller skating, dancing, and they also built the speedway.
Right.
When we were young, we used to, there were a group of us, and say Bridge Street, there were only about half a dozen less, about 8 boys, and there were girls and all, but the girls were never bothered. And the girls were, right, what we used to do was we used to go walks away along to Musselburgh and all the rest. And there was a gospel tent and the Port Seaton it was.
Right.
And we used to sleep in that gospel tent. And in the morning, we used to get up and as we're coming home, we'd look at the door and ask for a jelly piece.
You were gallus.
See, in these days, your mother didn't worry. Eh? She didn't worry. So, and that's what you used to be doing. Eh?
Yeah.
And as I tell you, when I was at Durban school, when we were so past were qualified, 11 and 12, we went to the Portobello higher grade school, but we didn't go to the school. We had a place in Bath Street.
Really?
I don't know if you knew it, and underneath was the place for woodwork for the schools.
Right.
And we had a classroom up the top of the school.
Right.
And what we used to do, get reading, writing and arithmetic. Everything else, we used to have to march up to the higher grade school.
Right.
We were called they hadn't any uniforms or anything like that.
No.
And they weren't very happy with it. And the prefects were laddies about 15 and 16.
Right.
And they used to shove you around a bit.
Oh, did they?
We were called the Raggy Muffin Squad
Oh, right.
because we had the uniforms. Okay? My mothers couldn't afford it. And we were at the top of the school. Well, one day, when we were getting lessons, the teacher we had was a ginger-headed girl, young girl, and she was the daughter. I only knew this later on. She was the daughter of the jeweller at the shop in Portobello.
Oh, right.
And we used to call her Carrot Head. Okay? So one time, now this is another thing, but one time when I was in the class, I got a wee bit cheeky, and the teacher, she might come to pull me out, and she pulled me, she hit my head on the desk. I got a cut in a sort of cut in the day. So she took me to my mother, and she told my mother what had happened, all the rest of it. Instead of my mother being consoling me, my mother gave me a belting.
You couldn't win, could you?
She says,
You were cheeky.
Say, can you not behave yourself? She says. So anyway, she gave me a belt, put me under the table, and nothing to eat. And an hour after, she was right into your bed.
Oh my goodness, she was quite strict, your mum.
That was it. And they had a wee cut. Well, it was a deep cut.
No.
But it wasn't a cut for the doctor. It was just a wee bleed, okay?
Yeah.
And my mother put something on it, I can't remember what it was. And into your bed. We had a policeman called Poker Dick.
Right.
Again?
Yeah.
And he was only the one policeman in Portobello. And he used to say that you get fed up telling us, catching us doing things that we shouldn't have done. Like on the orchard trees, okay? Things like that. Just boil out, okay?
So where was the orchard? Where was the orchard? Where were you getting the apples?
Well, you see, in Woods Park, the figgy birds were over there, and there were a big, and the other side was a big wall, and that wall was an apple tree, and that's what we were after, the apples. Now, we come to the apples, and the apple, it was a priest's garden.
Oh.
Priest's garden.
Right.
And the priest caught us, and he says to us, you don't need to steal the apple. You come into the door and we'll give you them. And one of my mates said that. I said, but that's not the same, sir.
It's too easy.
Anyway, that was one episode. The other one was Andy Lynn's orchestra was just next day. No. When I was, I left school at 14.
Right.
I got a job with, what do you call him, Jimmy Stone, the chemist. And I was just the chemist and all the rest of it. Okay? And then I was there for about 8 weeks or something. But I wasn't getting much money, so this grocer, TK Vines, he offered me more.
Right.
So I went to him, TK Vines. And then Andy Lynn, my brother used to be his basic laddie. My brother had got a job in Alan's Granite Works up the road. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
And Andy Lynn asked me if I would want to be bicycle. So I said, aye, certainly. And that was the orchestra where he had the apples. And he was another one that caught us.
Oh, right.
It was his son caught us.
Oh, right.
And he said, okay, if you want them to come, they'll do it. I said, okay. But anyway, I ended up as a message boy for him. And it was very good, because what he used to do, when he gave your wages, which was 5 bob or something, 5 shillings, when he gave you at the end of the week, he also gave you a parcel of groceries.
Oh, that was good.
To last you through the practice through the week. Okay?
Wow.
So it was very good that way.
Yeah.
So anyway, my brother was working at Granite Works.
So where was the Granite Works?
The Granite Works was in Northfield Broadway.
Was it?
Aye.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Did you know the Carlton picture who's
Yeah.
just down for that?
Good, because I live on Piers Hill Terrace.
Eh?
I live on Piers Hill Terrace.
Yeah.
Just at the far end, the Willow Bray end.
Well, wait to tell you what happened.
Yeah.
We stayed in in Bridge Street, number 4 Bridge Street.
Yeah.
Now, number 4 Bridge Street was 3 single ends, right? And we were a 4-year family, and my mother used to use a curtain for the girls.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And a curtains for herself and my dad.
Mm.
Now, my dad was gassed in the 14 War.
Was he?
He was gassed in the 14 War.
Yeah.
And he always bad with his chest and all the rest. As a matter of fact, I've seen him clinging to the wall. He worked with Edinburgh Corporation in the cobblestones.
Oh, right.
And I've seen him go night and day, well, kind of weather.
Yeah.
You know. And if you didn't go eat, you got no money.
No.
So I've seen him clinging to the wall, going to his work. And I was only be about 5 or 6 then. Okay?
Right.
Anyway, what happened, we were in this single lane. And next to the single lane was my mother's auntie and uncle.
Right.
Okay?
Mm.
And they had no children. And they helped my mother tenfold. And up the stair was an old lady called Granny Esler. And next to that, along for her, was a toilet. If you wanted a toilet, you had to go up the stair. So we were there for quite a few times. See, there used to be Galloway's paperwork used to be there.
Who, sorry?
Galloway. They had a great big paperwork there.
Oh, did they?
Before I was born.
Oh, right. Okay.
It got burnt down. They used to play it, that kind of wrestling. But it got burnt down, Galloway's paper mill. So what happened was that we used to call it the bee swing, because all the bees got there, again.
Right.
Now there were a great big pool there left, massive big pool there, left to the right, and a woman fell in it, and it was my pal's father who jumped in and saved her.
God.
It was water that had been left by the paper mill.
Good grief.
Just at the bottom of the bridge sheet.
Yeah.
And the figure burn on there.
Yeah.
Again. So anyway, what happened is I say that we had to win. When we have in the single aim, we got the chance of a house in the Sundial,
Right.
which is number 2 Bridge Street, okay?
Right.
And the Sundial. And the person that left the house in the Sundial, Peter Carr, I can't him well because he's a friend of mine. His family all left and we got his house. And it was a big kitchen.
Right.
And one room. And I thought a wee room for putting things.
Right.
And that wee room looked onto the stair. Now the toilets were all down the stair. 2 or 3 steps down the stair with the toilet. And the whole lot of we left the Sundial. My sister was the oldest. And when she was 14, she went to service
Did she?
in Abercorn Terrace, and she never stayed with us.
Oh, right.
See?
Right.
She never stayed with us. And she used to just visit us, that's good.
Mm.
She used to get a lot of money and her house, her keep. Okay? So what happened is that we've been overcrowded still.
Yeah.
We got a chance of a house in Pearsall Square West. Now Pearsall Square West used to be the army barracks.
Yes.
They used to keep their horses there and the guns. Now they knocked all that down and built all of Pearsall East and Pearsall Square West and all around the houses there. Well, my brother still worked in Alan Granite Works,
Right.
and I got a job in Alan Granite Works at all. As a sawboy. My brother, he ended up as a French policer. I got a job as a sawboy, okay?
Now, what's that?
Cutting slabs of granite.
Oh, my God, right.
The machine went back and forth like that.
Right.
And it used to be steel ball.
Right.
And they used to go under the blade.
Right.
A big blade like that, massive blade.
Yeah.
And it used to be pinned to each side of the saw.
Right.
The saw like that, and it cut the granite.
Yeah.
If you wanted 2 or 3 slabs in, you put 2 or 3 blades in.
Right, okay.
And the granite balls were mixed with the waste of the granite, so it was just like cement, Ken.
Of course, yeah.
And you can't put it with a wee spade, a wee shovel.
Yeah.
Can't put it in that side, Ken. And the one side and the other side, but more than the one side coming.
Yeah.
And it used to go like that,
And you were doing that all day long, were you?
I cut the granny. Cool. So I done that. I worked there for about a year.
Mm.
And why I left there because my mate we were met in the square, a parliament in the square.
Yeah.
He says to me, he was working in St Cuthbert's Dairy.
Oh yeah.
He said he got a barry, and he said, I was telling him what money they got. He said, he said, you get twice as much as he said he would have St Cuthbert's barry.
Really?
Mm-hmm. He was telling me that, okay?
Yeah.
So I said, oh, well, fair enough. Okay? He says, you might get a job there. He says, I'll take you up. So he took me up, and he said, I got a barry. So I left Haven's Granite Works. My brother was still there, right, but I left it, and I went to St Cuthbert's. Now, in St Cuthbert's, the Argyle Street and all round about there, okay?
All right.
All round that way.
Mm.
And up the Infirmary Street and all that. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, what happened was that about 4 or 5, maybe 6 months after I was here, they took the barriers off the road.
Oh, no.
Now, when I was in the barriers, you could go out to your work with the barrier at, say, maybe go up about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning sometime. Mm. And you could finish early, okay? Yeah. But with the dairy, it was, they give me the job in the dairy. And the lasses used to fill the cases of milk. Right. And you used to get them at the head and sling them up and put them on a skid, okay? Right. Pints, quarts, pints, half pint. Right. Well, I got a job doing that. Well, doing that, I got me being small with the half pints, when that was the last one to sling up. Yeah. I used to catch my finger in the wood, kind of right. on the crate. Yeah. And I got what you call a whittle.
Oh, right.
Got a whittle. And it was a poison, went to the doctor, they said it's a poisoned finger. Yeah. See? So I was off work. And as it happened, when I was 18, I volunteered for the RAF, because my mate was in the RAF. No. And it was as a rear gunner.
Oh, rear gunner? Oh.
So I volunteered for the RAF to be a rear gunner. Oh. And this boy came with the boys did he said, away home and get your birth certificates.
Right, okay.
He said, he wouldn't believe my age, right. 18. Yeah. Well, I was 18 and a half. Right. And I said, oh, well, I work in the Navy. He said, you can join the Navy. I said, I can't swim. So, what happened was, I said to the boy, I was off work and I was just 18 and a half. My birthday was only a couple of weeks away. And I become 19. Yeah. So when I come 19, I got a letter through the door to report to Drinkhorn Barracks. I got the letter to report to Drinkhorn Barracks, and I've got a poison finger, mate.
Yeah.
And the doctor, the boy says, you're going to get a medical. So I got the medical, and I arrested, and the doctor says, what's that? I said, it's a poison finger. Poison finger? I said, jury won.
So much for that.
That's true. Jury won. So I said, but you think, can you take maybe a poison finger? Yeah. He said, jury won. He said, you're fine. He says, well, anyway, I went in and I met this captain or something, and he says, now what do you do? He says, you're in the army now. He said, what to do now is go and get your kit. Before you get your kit, we'll have to take your sizes and that. Right. So he took the sizes and that, and he said, now look, you can go home now with your civvy clothes. He says, right. No, he said, go home, he says, and come back in 2 days or 3 days. Right. And that's what I done.
Right.
When I come back, they gave me the army uniform.
Mm-hmm.
And it fitted me, ken?
Yeah, cool.
And he said, to take your civic clothes home. So I took my civic clothes home, and that's the last I seen of them. So when I come back, I was in Dreghorn, and they used to be sleeping in a great big dormitory, a big hall. You on the floor?
Yeah.
We had a sleeping bag, ken?
Oh, yeah.
They were all there, ken? The sergeant major used to come in, rise and shine, the morning's fine, the sun's cut in your stone eyes. And it's pouring the rain.
Oh, for God's
It was in the winter, ken? In the winter, he says to us, you're standing at your side of your bed with your short pants and your vest, and he shows you how to make your blanket up, okay? Yeah. And after he does that, he had you in the parade ground with just a short place of your city doing exercises. No. So, after that, he said, after you go in, he said, now go away and get yourself washed and cleaned up and get your clothes on and go and get your meal.
What a
So
life.
that's what he done. And after that, they say, what do you want to do? Okay? And there were different things you wanted to do.
Right.
And I took up driving. I was in Dreghorn and I was driving for all the different type of, for the smallest vehicle that I had to the largest.
Right.
But before that, I got fed up with it, Ken. And they said there's a telephonist course going on, and he says you have to go to Plymouth for that.
Right.
So I said, well, I think I took that up, see. So I went to the telephonist course, and I went to Plymouth.
Right.
I was in Dragon Barracks.
All right.
And Plymouth, believe me, was flattened.
Oh, that's right, of course.
It was flattened.
Yeah.
And then, the only thing there was the touch was the barracks.
Oh, good God.
Even Chatham Barracks,
Yeah.
which was further up with the naval,
Yeah.
that was hardly ever touched either.
Strange,
Because they were after the ships, right?
Yeah,
enough,
of course, yeah.
But we used to have all the big air raid shelters we used to read to the back of the barracks, okay?
Oh, yeah.
And when I say the massive air, there were everything in them.
Was there?
Okay? Oh, aye, the
Yeah.
massive air, massive, there were about six of these big things.
Wow.
Air raid shelters, okay? And
So,
I was there, and regular barracks was never touched, hardly. And I took the course, but I failed,
Right.
because it was a pretty stiff course.
Was it?
And there were only four tenants went, and there were only four of them fit spa.
Right.
We went back to Dreghorn.
Right.
Believe it or not, took up driving again. So I took up driving, and I was driving, as I say, all around Glasgow,
Right.
up the Glasgow Road and all the rest there. There. And all you done, it was blackout.
Right.
The officer in front, he had his car, and the car in front, the back of followed his wee red light.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? And that's all you followed.
Oof.
The wee red light. It was pitch black. Okay? Now, when you got your driving test, there were poles all stuck along the ground, and what you had to do, you had to get start the first gear. So you double the clutch.
Right.
You had to start the first gear and get into the second gear before you reach this pole to go round it.
Right.
And then when you're round it, you had to get the third gear and then top gear. Now, you done that with every vehicle that you were used to drive with.
Right.
Up there, the big scamels, kind of big scamels.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the big scamels was a different test. You went along a hill like that.
Oof.
Like that.
Yeah.
And then through a wee brook, a wee river.
Right.
Okay? So I passed all these tests and all the rest of it. So after I passed them, they sent me to Hull.
Right.
And for all, I went out there. I got sent to a regiment in Blackpool.
Right.
And I was driving these, their food to the gun sites.
Oh, yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now, the gun sites were only a Lewis gun.
Is that right?
That was a... Wait, I tell you. That was that attack, you see?
Right.
The Lewis gun. So anyway, what happened was, from there I went to Manchester. And from Manchester, I went to Invisibility Works. But in the Invisibility Works, I said, after hell, I'm fed up driving. Because you're just to yourself, okay?
Yeah.
Well, when you the other rest, you had all the mates, okay?
Yeah.
So, and all these blocks that I was with, they were all Englishmen.
Right.
I mean, there were only a couple of Scotsmen.
Mm.
They were all Englishmen. They were Yorkshire Regiment,
Right.
okay? And they were all in their 30s and 40s. When we were finished, they used to go to the pub. And they used to say, you come to the pub? I said, I didn't drink.
Did you not?
Never smoked, never drank. No.
Wow.
No, I never smoked or never drank when I was a civic street.
Right.
As a matter of fact, my brother used to smoke and I used to give him the money to get the cigarettes. Now, what happened was that I was in this militia works, massive big militia works, and the CCS, when I was there, we used to have just a Lewis gun. That was all. See, I come off the driver, I fed up with it and said, I want to go back on the gun. It was a Lewis gun, that's all it was. And the militia work was about 4 miles or 6 miles that way or 4 miles that way.
Right.
But massive. There were thousands and thousands and thousands of women.
Right.
No men,
No.
women. Oh, women. And during the day, the buses all come in and the women come off the shift and it's pitch black.
Yeah.
This is where the story goes. And it's pitch black, so what happened was that when we got away, they tell us that they were going to St Agnes and Cromwell to learn the buffer gun. Now, the buffer gun was invented by Switzerland,
Right.
believe it or not, a country that was even in the war. But they invented the buffer gun. Now, when we were going there to the buffer gun, you have ATS and all because they're on the rangefinder thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. When we go there, what do you call it? It was a gale.
Oh.
All come over the sea.
Right.
And it blew all the tents up.
Oh.
The only place in the air was a concrete, was the place where you used to go to dry your clothes, or when you wash your clothes and you were drying them. And we all go in there, ATS, the whole lot.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Oh, right.
In the morning, we went to to try to salvage some of the stuff. But the tide wasn't in.
Yeah,
They
right.
come right in. And they were all lying in the rock.
Oh.
Well, we found so much yet, all right.
Yeah.
Not at all, but
No.
we got reissued.
Yeah.
And so did the ATS classes.
Right.
Now we come back to the Ministry Works. When we come back to the Ministry Works, we're there for about a couple of months.
Right.
And they said you're going to St Agnes on Sea to learn the buffer gun. Because we didn't get much opportunity at St Agnes because of the gale. They said you're going to St Agnes to do it. So we all got ready to troop out. And we were trooping out and coming out that way, bend like that, to go to the railway station.
Yeah.
And a big milk wagon come out of the hill. And they were the buses were, as I tell you, the buses were all changing.
Yeah.
They were girls with the shift, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
All the buses and all the rest were on the side.
Yeah.
But no lights, just black. And a big milk wagon come out of the hill and running to the troop where the bend was, where they were coming out there. That lot go out there,
Oh,
and
no.
I was one of them.
Oh, jeez.
Now I landed in He ran right into that particular bed, lot that were coming in the bed.
Yeah.
And some of them got very bad injuries.
Yeah.
What happened? I was in the gutter. Well, I was in the side of the road anyway.
Yeah.
And it slapped my face.
Oh.
And here it was one of the officers was slapped my face.
So you were unconscious?
You're all right. So anyway, they lifted about 80 or so together that got injured and took us to a city hospital. But the city hospital, you couldn't stay there. You had to go to a military hospital. Right. And the military hospital was a mental hospital.
Oh, right.
Now, I can't remember the name of it somewhere. Somewhere in Lancashire, I think.
Right.
And there are a rugby team, the very same name as it. But
right.
I can't remember the name. Yeah. But what happened, when we got there, I was in your bed, and I was black and blue from here to the toe. Ooh. And I had what you call a fractured fibula.
Oh, God, really?
Yeah. So that fractured fibula, I had to stay in my bed until the girls, the nurse come, and they plastered it.
Oh.
And when I say plastered, I need plaster. it was just like the plastered bandage you get now.
No.
It was plaster. Okay? They plastered it up to there.
Yeah.
And I was lying in my bed, black and blue for there, but that disappeared quite quick, the bruising. Okay? I still had the figure, and I was sitting up in my bed. The lassie comes and says, we're going to put a walking iron on you.
Oh, right.
And they feet. Yeah. Okay? So they put the walking iron on. And so I put the walking iron, she said, now you can get up and try and walk. Yeah. So I got up and walked up the wards. Okay? Yeah. And I started to walk, no bad. And then at the end, I was walking all right with it. Eh?
Oh, wow.
I was walking fine with it. Said, you can go home and leave now if you like. Says, we had the blue uniforms on, but they said your KD's here.
Oh,
so
right.
We changed it to the KD, and I went home. Yeah. Now, some of them went different directions. Yeah. There were about 8 or 9 there altogether. But I went to the Bowery and Edinburgh. Right. And when I got there, I got a taxi home to Pearsall Square Way. Ah. When I got home, my brother was there. He joined the Terrys at the very beginning of the war. Oh, for the war, he joined the Terrys. He got called up straight away. What happened was when I got knocked in and I got home and leave, my brother was there, and it's the last I ever seen my brother. I'll tell you why later. Yeah. But anyway, what happened was we had a good time, and my mate's father worked in Steel Colson's Brewery.
Ah, right. Okay.
And he was fire watching.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I was there drinking very much because they were walking out, but they were having a good... Yeah. And at 10 o'clock when the pub shut, he said, come to the brewery and I'll can have a drink. Okay? Well, we weren't far away from him, okay? So they had a drink, but I had to be very careful because I had to walk in there. Yeah. But I had a good drink, like, a good drink with a good time. Yeah. And after that, it was about 3 or 4 o'clock, about 3 o'clock in the morning before we come out of the brewery. We were all blathered away, kind of a different thing. Yeah. And we had to walk home. Right. Now, we're walking, I think if you came to Steel Coasters with, but Steel Coasters was where it's just next to the park. And I walked from there to Pearsall with a walking iron.
Oh, that's some walk with that.
Well, it was about a mile, eh?
Yeah.
About a mile to Pearsall Square, to Steel Coulson. Steel Coulson was just next to that great big part of the big, what they call the the Queen's Park.
Oh, yeah. I know,
But it was
I
the
know what
green Quebec
Yeah.
that went for about Hollywood to the end of Medibike.
Yeah. I know where
So anyway, when I was there, I had but my brother, he had already been a week there.
Right,
So he was in the Royal Artillery, by the way.
right.
He was in the heavy guns,
Was he?
coastal guns,
Right.
and heavy
Serious?
artillery.
Yeah.
So he had only been a week and he went back. So the next week when I was going back, I went up to the railway station to get the train, and I seen this bloke conductor, railway bloke. I said, and I asked him what will I get the train for so and so. I can't remember the name, I will do shortly sometime. Anyway, he says, if you're worried, he says, that's it there, and it's just moving out.
Oh, great.
He says it's just moving in. And I was standing in the station, and the guard opened the door and he shouted, "You want this train?" I said, "Aye." Well, say, "Jump." That's strange.
But he wouldn't get away with that now, would you?
So I jumped into the guard's van. But as I jumped into the guard's van, I broke the plaster of but I was lucky. I didn't. I broke the. It was a wee bit squint.
Right.
But most of it was there. So when I broke that, and he took me through to the compartment where I could sit down and that. And when I got to the station, there was somebody waiting on with a car, with a van, to take me to the back to the hospital. I got to the hospital, the nurses nearly had a fit.
Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this podcast with Robert. You can find more like it on our website www.livingmemory.org.uk. Or if you have a story you'd like to share, why not pop in and see us at the Wee Museum of Memory, Ocean Terminal, Leith, or at the Centre, Livingston. Until the next time, take care.